Dear brothers, let's get right to it this morning. Your obsession with media is keeping you from accomplishing what you need to on this earth. Be it sports, politics, pop culture, or watching the crazy stupid cat videos on TikTok. Men are using these outlets as an escape. And it's holding them back. It's holding us back from doing the work that needs to be done. You hear men talk amongst themselves all the times. Did you guys see that interview with Putin and Tucker Carlson? Did you see how many times they showed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl? Did you see the video of the guy eating the raw meat as like just the normal part of his diet? How is it that these morbidly obese influencers are actually making money off any of this shit? Can you believe the rise in OnlyFans amongst men? Did you read the article in the Wall Street Journal about the uptick in violent crime across the country? These government officials are absolute lunatics. Worse than all of that is the amount of time that men are spending looking into all of those things. Upwards of 2.5 hours a day alone is spent on social media for the average person. That doesn't include TV. That's just social media. 2.5 hours. Hours of a person's day are going towards all of this stuff without even thinking about it. I asked a guy recently to tell me how much time he had spent that day on social media. You can pull it right up on your iPhone. It tells you how much usage you had. He had spent 6 hours on social media. 6 fucking hours on social media. Just think to yourselves right now, how many times in the last couple of days you have automatically picked up your phone, gone right to your social media account and clicked it. It's a habit. You naturally swipe or click to Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever. You pull it up and you start scrolling away. The average person is checking their phone somewhere around 160 times a day. For most of the time, no real reason besides it's their habit. Your brain is not being filled with highly useful information most of the time. You're just aimlessly scrolling and being manipulated by whatever fun clickbait that you click next. Whatever that next dopamine hit is that you're looking for. Meanwhile, your purpose in life or the difficulties you're facing in life are just falling to the wayside. What the hell are we doing? Are we so enthralled with what the media is showing us that we have completely lost sight of or left behind our responsibility to being good human beings, to contributing to society in some way, to improving ourselves in any capacity? Here is the real truth of all of this. Media in any form has simply become another form of procrastination for the modern man. Procrastinating the project in the backyard, spending time on an issue with your spouse that you need to face, reading a book, writing that book you keep putting off, pursuing counseling, maybe for an addiction, getting into the gym to handle your body, which is becoming more fragile by the day. Even something as simple as doing the dishes, picking up the laundry, taking your dogs for a walk, maybe even spending some time in prayer or in the Word. The ease with which we can pull up our phones and mindlessly lose time is truly impressive. You start watching a video, that leads you to watching another video and another and another, and before you know it, you've lost an hour of time, and you're typically no smarter for it. In fact, you've really only lost. You've gained nothing. You've improved at nothing. You've simply added likes to someone's page and views to other people's work, which are doing you individually absolutely no good. And guess what, fellas? I am as guilty of this as anyone. I am saying this to all of you knowing full well that I am a giant culprit of this idiocy. I admit to it openly. I have to remind myself constantly to put my phone away. I actually have a white lockbox that you can set a timer on that I got from a mentor of mine. And I have to throw my phone in there when things seem to be getting out of hand and lock the thing up and just get it out of my way. I have to go, or I have gone at times to my social accounts, and I'll just try to go and unfollow all of the things that aren't actually doing anything to help me in any way. But nonetheless, I can still get drawn in. This message is as much for me as it is for all of you this morning. The moral of the story is this. Media is just another form of procrastination and is an easy false god for us to start worshiping. It requires no effort, but it steals our most precious commodity away from us, our time. It's time for us to stop this nonsense. If you want to see some change in the world, you want to improve your relationship with your wife or your kids, you want to get that promotion, you want to learn a new skill, you want to spend more time in your Bible, you want to write that book, I don't care what it is, get rid of your social media accounts for a month. At the very least, unfollow anything that is simply mindless and it's taking time away from far more important things in your life. If you are following accounts that are giving you advice on finance, or accounts that are giving you advice on being a better husband, or advice on becoming more fit, by all means, keep them. But all the stuff that has nothing to do with being a better man, ditch it. Take that 2.5 hours that the average man is spending on social media and devote it to a single issue you are trying to improve or fix or whatever. In a month, you will have literally conquered that problem and probably 10 others. It reminds me, I had a guy recently who said that he doesn't read a lot because he's a slow reader, and therefore he doesn't actually get a lot of reading done. And my response or my question to him was, well, if you read 20 pages a day, in 15 days, you'd have read 300 pages, which is the size of most books. 20 pages might take you to 30 minutes a day, right? Imagine if he read an hour a day. He would read that book in a week. So is it a reading slow problem or a lack of commitment problem? Imagine for a moment what those 2.5 hours look like if you were trying to learn everything you could about something across a month. Maybe you're struggling with being a better dad. You feel like you aren't doing enough to be involved in your kids' lives or communicating with them. Maybe you want to try and do more outdoor stuff with them. Well, get the fuck off your phone. Spend that time reading about being a better man, getting into your Bible. Find a men's podcast to listen to on your way to and from work or when you get a break. Or better yet, go outside and do things with your kids. We have developed this mindset as men where we need breaks from the world. We need these mental vacations from reality, or real vacations from reality. And I 100% get that feeling. I've had it a billion times myself. But why? Why do we feel the need to have breaks? Are we incapable of handling the world? Are we so fragile that we need to watch some dumb fucking video on social media to make us feel better and give us a break? Can you imagine telling your ancestors who fought with reckless abandon to give you a better life that you need a little break time because life is so hard? I can't imagine telling my dad, hey dad, worked 40 hours this week, I really just need a couple of days off. To a guy that was working 60, 70 hours a week without a break, never saying no to me and giving everything he could to the world. What kind of legacy am I leaving behind me when I think that way? I believe we choose to do all of these things, all of this social media nonsense, all this procrastination, because we're unwilling to commit ourselves to improving. The lie we tell ourselves is that we need a break, when in reality, it's not a break we need, but a kick in the ass to actually go pursue our work that actually can make a difference. If you want to take a break, go for a walk, go to the gym, go read a book. If you're going to let your mind be aimless with social media, set a 30-minute timer, and the minute that that timer goes off, you are back in the saddle and back to work. I get that all of us struggle with certain things in life, and we're looking for outlets. I get that we love to watch sports and the news and certain social media profiles. And I'm not telling all of you that you need to give all of that up, become a hermit, and read 300 books a year. What I am saying is that if you are watching a bunch of shit that is not moving the needle in the right direction, you have only yourself to blame. Your weakness and unwillingness to better yourself is on display. You've lost the ability to complain because there's literally several hours a day you could be making the changes you need, but you're unwilling to because you might miss some stupid video of a guy talking to his wife like Lord Voldemort. Yes, I've seen those videos. They are funny. You get the point. Commit to yourselves today to limit your time on social media and media as a whole. Make it 30 minutes a day for the next 30 days. I will do it with you. I promise you, the results will speak for themselves. God bless. Be strong. Let's get after it, boys.